Wow, we're back. We are back, baby. I think this is actually a good strategy. We've struggled with the majors lately, but the money's the same the week after a major is a major. I mean, if you bet $50 and win it, the money's the same. Like, what are we doing? We put too much emphasis on major championships, I think.
We got away from our true identity, Kirk. I think last year, a lot of we were like an off-field event kind of crew.
Eric Cole, 40-1.
We were riding Cole and the Jägermeister, and now God, what are we doing?
We're grinders. We're mini tour guys. We're not.
Get back to our roots. This is the only tournament that comes to New England. Let's, we got to stick to what we know. So
I did so many terrible radio remotes from there. On
I can't even fucking imagine.
The guy, the tournament director, come over and go, "Hey, you guys want to talk to J. Don Blake? He's a tournament volunteer this week. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it."
He sounds amazing. Yeah.
Great stories.
Volunteers this week. Yeah, they got good amenities. That's awesome. Right.
Give me the Riggs. As I've said many times, I was there at the Ryder Cup last year. You didn't win that. I did. The mayor of, I remember that party when all those old men came over to hang out with you, your friends. They all call you, they all look like Mike Pence. How was the Riggs experience as the mayor of Pinehurst last week at the United States Open?
It was delightful. I had my whole family in town.
Yeah, I saw the dad. Mark Messier was there.
Yeah, big stop by. It was like a big stop by kind of scene, which was nice. Everybody's chipping in, bringing. You realize a lot of these older Mike Pences that I'm friends with, all they want to do is they just want to bring supplies and chip in. So they're.
What do you mean? I got chips the ice.
And they're bringing folding tables and making sure, and we're cutting down branches. They just love to do that.
They're cutting down branches during the event.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a branch cut down incident at one point.
Wow.
Just like one of our views was obstructed, so they cut down a couple branches that night. After play ended, and you just kind of had a lot of the stuff going on that older men like to do. So it was all over the place. Would have made you, from the show, it would have made you puke. But once you were there, like we were texting, you would have just loved it. You would have eaten the whole thing.
I look back very kindly on the romantic cart ride we took last year all around the.
I took you straight to my favorite spot, which is the 13th hole, which we were texted about all weekend, how great that hole is. They've got that one tree that sticks up in the waist area. It's a very romantic spot. So it was a great week. It was awesome.
Golf thoughts on that before we get to, I don't think we have anything new to say, but no. I would say, I saw you guys talking about it. It is not the best Torrey Pines Tiger on the broken leg is still a better U.S. Open.
I was going through because we're going to record after we do this foreplay, and we were a little bit emotional at the time. And the Tiger one is unbeatable. The two eagles on Saturday, he's got the broken leg.
Rocco.
Twice he had to make birdie. Rocco was such a good character. Twice Tiger had to make birdie on the 18th hole to continue. So you're right. And then going back, I was reading through a bunch of them. We're always going to be biased towards the ones that we've experienced.
This was great.
It was fantastic, but like the 1962, which was Jack and Arnie at Oakmont when Jack
Arnie's
was
backyard
hated and Arnie was the guy. Like there were some iconic ones.
Watson and Nicholas at Pebble. Yeah, there's
chipping in.
But I would put this the best major since Tiger won in 19 for sure.
I think so too.
Don't you think so
too. From the whole standpoint had the second biggest putting meltdown of 2024. We got to witness that. People love a good collapse.
What was the first one?
Well, Minihane in Chicago.
I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's necessary.
And then Bryson, which he's back, and he's kind of recreating himself. So it was.
Yeah, he's a really genuinely nice guy, Bryson. He's a really nice guy. It's all from the heart, definitely.
I can tell you're eating that stuff up. You're just eating it up.
I would have. It was funny. That was another experience where I was texting my brother. I was like, I know exactly that when you showed me that bunker was. I would have sculled that into the Martin Keimer picture in the friggin' hallway there.
That is the shot that shot has ended the hole for millions of amateurs forever. You have that shot. You don't know what club you're fucking hitting. Some people have like a 9-iron. Some people have their 60. You swing as hard as humanly possible. You don't even come close to making contact with the sand.
That's a hard,
And you can't miss long on pretty much any green in the world. So when you miss 50 yards long by blading that thing, you're just out of the hole. And that was amazing. So you got to tip your cap to Bryson. It was, but I loved it. I thought it was phenomenal.
Go ahead. Final question before we go to the picks. I put this above Van de Velde because Van de Velde was a nobody. Rory has way more baggage. This meant much more to him. I put it above Norman because Norman's a slow bleed. I actually think this is the greatest choke in the history of golf. He missed 2 putts inside 4 feet on the last fucking 3 holes.
I agree with you, and I've been thinking about it all week. You've been seeing everybody post it now. It's sort of this. I hate that social media has just started to year after year turn into a worse and worse and worse forum for everything, and now everyone's latching on to the view of Rory's putt on 18 from behind, and they're all
people are saying it wasn't a choke now. Give me a
on it and all that. It's that is a for his skill level, accomplishment level, for what he's won, for where he should be in the place of the game, for it being Pinehurst, and the fact that over the next 20 years, Pinehurst is only going to elevate more and more in terms of getting closer to like what St. Andrews is for the Open. It's like it's the anchor site, the whole deal.
All right, all right, take it easy. Jesus
you
Christ.
gotta just get it fucking done there, and to miss those 2 putts. The one at
16 was it 16?
Yeah, it was 16. I've got a tape measure in my fucking putting green over here, and I roll 2 feet 6 inches. It's impossible to miss a 2-foot thing. Like, it is for someone on his level. How good the technology is with those fucking putters now. You can like mishit it still goes in, and then it wasn't even like for him to miss fairway on. He had a bad swing on 17 and hits it left, and then misses fairway on 18. That hole is.
Why are these guys hitting driver on 8? Why are you hitting driver on 18?
I don't know that either, because for how far he hits it now, he could hit
4 hybrid
like that. He could hit that long iron that he hits and still probably hit wedge in. Bryson
easily
had a fucking wedge into 16. It's 540.
Why is Bryson up a shot hitting driver on 18?
I know.
He hit 6 iron wedge.
I think they're just so locked into the stats that say the decade golf that just say hit it up there as far as humanly possible.
There are times where that works great, like this week, but like that doesn't work. That works great in this particular the 18th hole at the U.S. Open. I actually wish that it turned out to be great. I almost felt like that hole. There were guys who had 70 yards to the green in that hole. I didn't love that. Like Payne Stewart had 70 yards on his 3rd shot.
Right.
So, also, this is probably the defining. I'd probably put Bryson shot over Stewart's putt now. I'll say it. Knock down that statue.
Imagine the
too much. Hey, just knock it down.
Did you see they moved the statue? They had the statue. Oh,
I saw. I like that. I love.
That was a little queasy. It made me a little bit queasy.
Now, I don't like Bryson saying that he went to SMU because of Payne Stewart. Like, let's not lie, Bryce.
Isn't he lying? Isn't it?
Yes. It wasn't even there. The thing he was talking about.
Wasn't he wearing the hat forever too because of Hogan, not because of Payne?
Yes,
and
of
then
course. Yeah, of course. It's
incredible. He's incredible. I miss him. I miss Bryson. What a ridiculous character.
I kind of think Bryson being around like 4 times a year might be best for everybody, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, sick of him,
God, we were thinking back to people hated him when he was the slow play stuff. Like he was so despised, and then sometimes he's beloved. But good for him.
Great for him. Play great. Well, he's not neither of these gentlemen are in the field this week in Cromwell, Connecticut. Rory withdrew, which I don't love. Bryson obviously is not playing; he's at Live. So we are at the Travelers Championship, an elevated event. It's like the 15th straight elevated event on the PGA Tour. All the stars are there. All the guys that the kids want to see. My son was saying to me, "Dad, I really want to watch JT Poston play this week. Can you make that happen? I'll do the best I can, Harry."
Yeah, I bet he did. I bet Harry's all fired up.
Lucas Glover.
Just like seeing The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Exactly. So as tradition, so I think you're right, because you texted me, you said you blew off the, what's the name of the show? Chasing Greens?
Oh, blame it on me. I didn't hear it peep out of you last week.
Yeah, but you're the mayor of, I knew you're the mayor of Pinehurst. Did anybody go to my breakfast place last week?
We had a bunch of experiences at your breakfast place last week.
I love that place.
Mark Messier is a huge fan of that spot. He can't get enough of that place.
Can I go with your dad to the breakfast place one day? Because I don't have a dad to go with anymore.
What a dream. That'd be a tear to my eye. Right. We'll provide you a father. We'll provide you a father.
Good. Thank you. Thanks, Mess.
Yeah.
So, as tradition, Riggs is always up first in this, as we call it in the business, make good edition of Chasing Greens.
I've got a handful of picks from the Travelers, and I've also got a few from the KPMG Women's LPGA this week. Okay, or PGA Championship this week.
The major,
I'm going to start with a top 30 pick, which is plus 165. We've got Robert McIntyre, who
playing pretty well.
has been playing well. He had the whole party situation
I got him
after
plus
he won up in
160 here
Canada.
right now, Riggs, just to be accurate.
Okay, so he might have gone down because
already
maybe
with
I'm
this pick. Already
moving lines all here. But
guys in the building,
top 30. It's only 71 players in the field. There's no cut. So
correct.
We're going Robert McIntyre. Top 30 is plus 165 this week.
Okay, I like that. I'm going with a guy who finished T9 last week. Is playing very well right now. I'm sorry, T9 last year at this event. Played really well last week. Plus money, top 20 plus money, only plus 105. I might even like this guy even better. Corey Connors. This is a Corey Connors course here this week. Playing really well. Hits the ball so good. I think he's going to play well. I would not be surprised if he was in contention on Sunday. I don't know if you saw, he backdoored a top 10 last week.
I did not see that.
I had a pretty good. I had plus 600 on him, finished top 5 on the final day. He didn't quite make it. But I think he finished T9, played really well, hung in the whole day. I think he's going to play well on this course this week. He's a consistent player. I like
this is a Connors course. I agree with that.
Yeah, this is a Connors podcast. Yeah, so you're going with me on that. I'm not joining you on. I'm not a big Bob Mack guy.
No, is that
I can't put my I don't even see me struggling because of the headphones. I can't put my glasses on with these headphones. It's annoying me, but whatever. Go ahead.
Jesus, yeah, it's pretty. What a cool guy you are.
Sorry. I'm not, so I'm not Mr. Pinehurst hanging out with fucking Johnson Wagner. Sorry, Jesus.
You can't
put the video,
Johnson,
and headphones on at the same epic
time.
With your mustache. Jesus, go ahead. I actually like him, but go ahead.
All right, I've got.
We stick with the guys here.
I'm going to stick with the guys. I've got another. This is a top 20 pick. I was debating top 30, but you really get a lot more juice with the top 20. Billy Horschel. Billy Horschel's been playing much better this year.
Played well last week.
Played pretty well last week. He's coming off he didn't have the greatest finish. He made the cut, T41, but then he was T15, T24, T8, a first, a T7, a T12, a T9 in there. A couple missed cuts as well, but that's his last 10 or 11 tournaments. I've got him plus 210 to finish inside the top 20. And if you're thinking that's a little bit risky, he's even money to finish top 30.
That's not bad.
I'm taking him top 20. And again, limited field, the whole deal. Everybody knows all that. It does kind of feel like a Billy Horschel type course as well. There's a little bit of trouble out there coming down the stretch with the pond. I think what's on 17 where there's the pond on, is it 16 where they've got, is it 15 or 16?
15 is the drivable par 4. 16 is the par 3. 17 has the water. Off the tee, and then 18 is when we can bomb it. Remember, Bubba almost drove the green that year.
That's right, and I think 16 is even a little bit treacherous with the water, right? You got to cover water the whole way. So,
wasn't treacherous that day in '94. My dad took me to see Fred Couples shoot 66 in the final round, but that doesn't matter. We're not here to talk about that.
Jesus, all right.
I mean,
all right. What do you
he's not in the field. That
sounds lovely. No, he's not.
There you go. Should be.
Who's not in the field? Never mind.
I mean, is that really like? Sorry, I don't get to have bacon with my dad at the deli. I mean, is that really necessary?
I apologize.
Jesus Christ. I'm sticking with Corey Connors here in my second pick. Plus 800. Top 10 finish parlay. Colin Morikawa, the loser, who I'll never pick to win again, but I will pick the top 10 all day. And Corey Connors plus 800 top 10 parlay. I like Connors this week. Morikawa is always in the top 10. So I am making that pick right now. Like both those guys in the top 10 this week.
Morikawa was my pick last week as well. He was my.
He was not your pick. You picked Scheffler to win. I saw your bet.
But I picked Scheffler because I had been riding him so hard. But I had bet on.
What are you, John Kerry? Which side are you taking?
Hold on. On Thursday of the Memorial, I picked him. I bet him to win the U.S. Open. He was 20-1. He went down to like 14-1.
So he was to win anything. After what he did to me at the PGA, he doesn't make any putts. He's going to finish 8th this week.
He does not make any putts.
He makes no putts.
Hopefully it's not a tie for 8th.
That's a good point. Good.
All right. I've got a head-to-head matchup. I've got Hideki Matsuyama, who I believe has made us a little bit of money this year, and on this show.
Played pretty well last week.
I've got him in a head-to-head matchup to finish better than Patrick Cantlay. He is minus 110. Cantlay's coming off a good finish last week, but I really didn't think he hit the ball that great. He was just getting up and down from everywhere. He's making
pretty well, like last 10, 11 holes on Sunday.
Yeah, he was hitting it a little better for sure, and he's just kind of an up-and-down machine. He was making everything. I think Hideki's ball striking is going to prevail, so I've got Hideki minus 110 over Cantlay for the tournament.
Okay, I like that. I never do this, but I'm going to give you a tournament winner this week if you'd like to hear it.
I would love to hear it.
30-1, Mr. Thigala. Second in 2020, second in 2022. It is time. It is time for him to win one of these events. He's always around. I think he's going to play well this week. Again, do I feel super safe? No, I'd almost rather do the plus 600 top 5. But if I had to pick a winner this week, which I have to do as a matter of fact, Riggs, if I may do the read right now.
Ooh.
Hey, golf fans. Are you ready for the Travelers Championship this weekend? You say hello back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. This weekend in Connecticut. If you're not heading to the greens, head over to our partners at DraftKings to lock in your bets. In partnership with DraftKings, you can check out all of the odds for the tournament and more over on the DraftKings Sportsbook. It's the questions everyone's asking. Who do you think will win it all? Personally, I'm going with Sahith Thigala. Who do you got?
Ludwig. I'm pretty big on Ludwig.
You're taking my guy?
Week. Yeah, I'm big on him this week. I know. I actually kind of like that you were so
on him
mad at him after last week.
Dumping on the text to me. He's melting down.
I love him this week. He did melt down. He made 2 triples. Jesus.
It's part of the learning process.
That's exactly.
And our partners at DraftKings Sportsbook have Thigala 30-1. They must have Ludwig at what? 18-1, 20. 15,
he's plus. He's 14-1.
14
and he's
1.
Yeah, 14-1.
14-1. Good pick. Check out the odds for yourself at DraftKings Sportsbook app, and new customers use promo code GREENS. That's the name of the show. Chasing Greens. Greens to get in on the action. Okay, so go. So Ludwig.
Ludwig winner, and then I'm doubling down a little bit on Ludwig. I've got him top 10 is plus 140, plus money. So I've got him. I'm long on Ludwig this week. I like him. I think he did learn quite a bit from those 2 triple bogeys. I think he's going to play well this week.
Yes, I think he will too. I'm a Ludwig guy, as you know. Since before he was pro, I was talking about him. Does it bother you at all? 11th on Sunday at Augusta in the water. 2 triples over the weekend. Are we dealing with loser DNA?
I just think almost everyone has loser DNA at the beginning.
Right, except for Tiger.
Except for very few instances where Tiger's one of the greats of all time, obviously. But
you're right. Everybody has their scar tissue generally.
That's what I think. I think you come out, you've never been in that position before. It's expected almost for you to fuck around. Didn't it take Tom Watson a long time to kind of get over some
early stuff? He had a wing foot meltdown. That's true.
So I just think that's I think that's kind of what it takes. So I'm not too worried about that. If it continues to happen. You could get into a Phil Mickelson situation. What was Phil, 34 or something when he won his first major?
Yeah, that's true. 6 top 10s in this event since 2013 for Brian Harmon. Great record at this course. Plus 330 the top 10. My kind of guy, as you know, a grinder. Played okay last week. I think he was T21 last week. That's not a great year. Been quiet, but 6 top 10s in the last 10 years here for him. So plus 330 top 10 for him. So I'm taking Brian Harmon. Not my favorite player, but playing well. Here.
Nice.
Good record here.
Nice guy by all accounts. He's sort of tight with that Kisner crew and all that. I just can't watch him. I just don't enjoy watching him.
It's a tough watch.
It's a brutal watch. I've got just kind of a fun one. I don't know. This is backed by a ton of research. There was a stretch where this tournament went to playoff, like 4 out of 7 years.
Yes. Yeah, it was wild.
And I was looking through the odds on just guessing the winning margin. I think 1 stroke is plus 200. 2 strokes exactly is plus 350. Going to a playoff is plus 350. So I have taken,
I like that.
This will go to a playoff.
I'm in with you. We're in together on that one. We're in together on that one. Yep.
I like it.
2 tournament matchups I like. I like Thigala plus 115 over Victor, who I know play well at the PGA, but I think he's struggling a little bit right now. Missed the cut. Plus 115 Thigala, minus 140 for Hoffman, but I like Thigala, and I like my tournament winner. Where was it? Not Thigala. I'm sorry. I also like. I lost it. Damn it! I'll find it.
You'll find it.
I'll find it. Continue.
There's also.
I'm sorry. I before I forget, last year's winner, who's playing pretty well, Keegan.
He is playing well.
Yeah, plus 105 over Siwoo Kim head to head. You like that one?
Yeah, I do.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
All right, good. Okay, go ahead.
I might take both of those. I'm gonna have to. No, I like that. I like Keegan here.
We've not said the name. We haven't said the name Scotty Scheffler once.
Just
Other than me saying you
lot
picked him.
Ever since he got arrested, I really haven't seen a lot out of him. So I'm not sure how he's dealing with that whole situation. So,
it's funny. Like I remember Dave was talking about
he won in Memorial, but even then it was like it's crazy. I don't think he's phenomenal. Yeah, it's like so.
But I was also saying to Dave, because when Dave said, can he win the Grand Slam? It's like, look, he won since he won the Masters in 2022, which is great. There's been 10 majors since then. He's won 1. And that's not even like disparaging him. It's just impossible to win. Like, it's impossible to win majors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's impossible.
No, I know. It is when you put it that way. There was a point this year where I was looking at he was 40-1 on DraftKings after he had won the Masters to win the Grand Slam.
Right.
And part of me was like, I might put a decent amount on that because it felt like he just couldn't not win. It felt like at the Masters he didn't even play that great. He won by 4?
Yeah, he rolled.
Yeah, it felt like a few different events. He just wasn't even at his best. It felt like he had a lot more, and he still was winning. But you're right. Here we are, 1 out of the last 10, and really didn't contend at all at the U.S. Open.
No. All right, go ahead.
PGA, I mean. All right, I've got 2 picks from the
LPGA. Yes, go ahead.
Yep, Women's PGA Championship this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Hannah Green, top 10, plus 280.
Okay.
Plus 280. I think she's number 5 in the world. She's had some great finishes this year.
Great.
And then I've got Jin Young Ko, top 10, is plus 260. So those are both chasers. They're good odds. You're getting a good amount of juice on your side. Those are my 2 picks from this week. I did make a little bit of money on Nelly Korda there for a bit when she was trouncing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the Scotty Nelly train at the perfect time.
Right.
That has since come to a halt. And so I'm reaching a little bit more, which I'm happy to do. Getting a little better odds, Kirk.
All right, so we have our picks.
Mm-hmm.
Feel good. I suspect this show will be back at some we will be back this year at some random tournament. We both feel good heading into the week. That's what I feel like. That's sort of that the Barbasol kind of thing. You're going to see us. We'll be back.
I was going to say, is there an opposite field event that's there's like a fucking Stableford tournament or something that we can do?
I mean, back in the old days, the Masters used to have an opposite event. It was the Deposit Guarantee Classic, head to head with the Masters. We would have been on site doing that back in the day.
I never knew that. That's phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
Phenomenal.
They would have guys playing it was wild. But yeah. All right, the picks are in. I feel good. You're right. You framed this perfectly. This is our kind of. This is anybody can win a major. Who knows? I mean, whatever. Great, congratulations, Bryce. You won a major. This is where you make your money.
Anybody can, once you've made it to a major too, and you're those Brysons and whatnot, everything's cake at that point. These are how people cut their teeth. This is where careers are made. This is where, you're either selling insurance or you might have a chance to win a major. That's all happens this week at the Travelers. So, it's elevated now, so that's not true either. But anyways, it's a nice event. So we're excited. We're excited for the event. Let's fucking go this week.
Yes, let's go. All right, we'll be back soon. This is called Green Chasing, right?
That's it. Nailed it.
That's what you're doing anyway. You're chasing greens. What's the difference?
Same shit. The order's irrelevant.
When do you leave Pinehurst?
I'm back in Arizona.
Oh, you're in Arizona right now?
Mm-hmm. Back in Arizona.
Wow. Yeah. For June?
So,
why would you do that?
It's fucking hot everywhere. I don't like when people say that. It's hot everywhere. It's like it was like 90 degrees in Pinehurst. Fucking humidity. It's definitely.
It was hot there. Gee,
yeah, it's hot.
It was. All right, fine. Okay. All right, good. All right, goodbye. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Let's chase the greens. Okay. See ya.